Hi, my name is Roy van der Wens. Today I'm going to show you how to photograph and film a hybrid wedding all by yourself. Hybrid photography is basically my whole life. I work together with Canon promoting hybrid shooting with the modern cameras like the R5, the R5 Mark II. I give workshops about hybrid shooting. I did the hybrid shooting back when it wasn't cool. You could call me a veteran if it comes to hybrid shooting. Wait, a veteran? That makes me really, okay, forget it. For this video I'm going to take my time. I chose my studio instead of the wedding location to tell the story. We are going to the wedding location in a sec, but to be very clear about how to shoot hybrid photo and video, I think it's better to do it in a comfort setting of my studio. You'll see my assistant in the video. She's helping me with the behind the scenes videos and photos because you need that stuff for your social media. A lot of my BTS stuff I'm sharing on my Instagram, TikTok, and of course my YouTube. If you're interested, go to those channels. They are linked in the description below. The secret to hybrid shooting. I'm not gonna let you wait until the end of the video to tell you what's the secret behind a great hybrid photo and video wedding. No, I'm gonna tell you straight up. It's preparation. If you are unprepared, you will basically suck at it. Excuse my French. Because the pressure will influence your creativity on a wedding day. You don't want to think a lot about the shots you take. You want to make sure you already know what to do when you're making your shots. Like detail shots, like vows, or the photo shoots. It's very important to already think about what you're going to do. Also have to make sure your cameras are prepared for the wedding day. If you arrive at the wedding day and then start setting up your cameras, you're basically too late. Because you can know the day before how to set up your camera. You know what kind of lens you gotta use, what kind of camera settings you gotta use. You have your ND filter so you can stop the light if there's too much light. Think of the wedding. Don't start on the wedding day itself. You start before the wedding, maybe a couple of weeks before, a couple of days, so you know what to do on the wedding day. Also, the information the wedding couple is going to give you, that information tells you a lot. You know the location, you know the times of the shoots, you know what the light setting is going to be, so you know what to do with your camera. So choose your lenses also carefully. I only use prime lenses. I mainly shoot with 35mm and 50mm. So, I shoot with 35 and 50mm. If you want to know why I shoot only prime lenses, I've got a great video about it somewhere linked here, also in the description below. Because I think prime lenses are just way better for wedding photography especially, and also for hybrid. And also important to envision your wedding day. Envision what it's going to be, what it's going to look like, what you want to do on a day. If you envision the wedding day, it's going to be way easier. So how do you start a hybrid wedding as a solo photographer? I will say photographer, what I mean with a photographer is like a photographer and videographer. But I always say I'm a photographer first and a videographer second. Actually, you can't book me as a videographer only. You have to book me as a photographer or as a hybrid photographer. Well, it's the same as doing yoga. If you want to do a yoga session, you have to be in that Zen space to do a yoga session. If you just had a very busy day and you arrived at your yoga, how do they call it? Dojo? I don't know, I don't do yoga, but you arrived at your yoga place, you have to make a transition from your normal state of mind to a yoga state of mind. You have to make a little transition. Same thing with photography. You start a wedding day, you have to get in that wedding day vibe. Also your wedding couple. So when you arrive at a wedding couple, don't just grab your camera and start shooting photos and videos of the groom or the bride. Mainly I start with the, depends on if it's the man and woman, man. But it's the man and the woman. Mostly you start with the man, then the woman. Don't put the camera in someone's face. Just let somebody get used to the camera. Think of the yoga session. Get used to the mat. Get used to the Zen space. So grab your camera, start shooting photos and videos of the details. So grab some details, make photos of it, so the people there, like the groom and the groomsmen, know you're there. They're gonna get used to you. They can smell you. They can feel you, how you are, and then slowly start to take photos and videos of them. Just have fun, play around, make jokes. I always have great conversations, and well, sometimes I drink the champagne because I love champagne. So I can't say no to champagne. Normally I don't drink, but some weddings I like the couple so much. I'm like, if I drink the champagne, it's like a ritual, and they will accept me in the group, and they will be friends for life. This case is wedding couple has actually become friends of us, from my wife and mine, and that's very special. So that says so much about how it's important to be open on a wedding day, so people can be open to you. How to switch between photos and videos when shooting a wedding solo. The technical part really scares people. You need a camera that can do both, so like a camera that can do photography and can do video. So I use a Canon camera, so in my Canon camera I programmed the C3 button. And if you have a Canon, you know the C3 menu, and you can program it to instantly record. If you have different cameras, you have to figure out which, there's a lot of YouTube about it, videos about it, which button you have to program to instantly record. You can switch between photo and video. So in my case, when I use my R5, I'm photographing, and there's one button like up here, and you press it and instantly it started filming. I don't have to do anything else than that. And also, I think one of the most important things when shooting hybrid photo and video is the way you think about photo and video. Don't think as a photo or a video, but think in terms of image creation, because you're telling a whole story, and that whole story is photos and video together. The one thing amplifies the other thing. So think about what would look cool in moving image and what would look cool in a standing still image. So for instance, a kiss on the ceremony like this just looks better in video than a photo. You want to have it in photo, but the video is more important. If you find it difficult to think of what is more important, photo or video, write down all the elements of a wedding and think of what would fit the best for photo or video. So the kiss is better photo or video, getting ready, shot is photo or video important. If you write it down, you will think about it, and you will think about what's most important. I've been doing this for more than 10 years. I know what to use, photo or video. It's very natural to me. But if you write it down, you get a sense of what you're doing. How to shoot the vows as a solid hybrid photographer. I always mic the person and let them read their vows. When I mic the person, so I use a microphone, I will only shoot video, so you don't hear my camera click, 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 click. Even though it's not a mechanical camera anymore, you still hear the sounds. I just let them read the vows, shoot some video, and try to catch that emotional reaction. And after that, I will do it again. Let the person read their vows, and I will shoot photos. But when it comes to emotional things about wedding, I will shoot video first, because video is way more revealing if it comes to emotion than a photo. Photo is just, it could be emotion, it couldn't be emotion, it could be staged. It's very hard to see, but in a video you see the difference between staged and something real. How would you shoot a first look as a solo hybrid photographer? This is the most challenging part for most creators. Like I said before, emotion plays better in film than in photo. I would always choose for video. So when I have a first look, I will always film the first look and the first reaction. Film until they kissed each other and like all tangled up in each other. And then I will switch to photo and shooting some photos. And if I've got the time, I will shoot the photos. No, I will do the same thing in photo. So I'll do a first look in photo. And then the tension is gone, they find it really fun, they laugh more, so it works even better. Even if I shoot photo, I still do 2-second looks because it's fun to do. How would you shoot a hybrid photo shoot as a hybrid photographer? This is probably the easiest part because you can do everything twice. And you could go as crazy if you like. I would tell the couple that you do things twice. So you say, well, I'm shooting photo right now, I'm filming right now. That's what I do. I always say I'm filming or photographing. so people know what I'm doing because they can't hear the camera. And a pro tip, as someone that shoots weddings for, I did more than 1,000 weddings, so this is a very important tip. So even if you shoot photos, ask the couple to move. So if the couple is doing an almost kiss and standing like this, it looks horrible. But if you ask them to move and they do like this, like, look at me acting, it just looks better. So I'm used to doing it for people, so showing them how to do it, so it's funny for them, so they relax them also. So always make sure that there's a movement also in photography, not only in video. Even if you shoot photo, act like this, like it's video, and you get the best photos. How to hybrid shoot wedding ceremonies as a solo photographer. There are some challenges to this part, especially the walking down the aisle, for instance, because you have a very short time to shoot photos and videos. First kiss is also a very difficult part. But here's a secret, not a secret. I always ask couples to walk slow and to enjoy the moment. So before the ceremony, I go to the couples and to the groom and the bride, or the two grooms, doesn't matter. I tell them, please walk slowly. It's a very beautiful moment, enjoy it. Make sure you look up, not down. Look up towards me or to your future hubby. Hubby, is that the word? Hubby? Hubby. Look to your future person and enjoy the moment. So that way I have the time to shoot photo and video. I always start with video, the first part, then shoot some photos and then go back to video. That's what I always do. Of the kissing part, I always ask the wedding officiants beforehand if this person can ask to do the kiss twice. So when they kiss the first time, they do the kiss, shot some video, I do a second kiss, then we'll shoot a photo. Again, I shoot video first and then photo, so I have that moment. And almost every wedding officiant will ask me if I've got the shot during the ceremony. I always say, no, I don't got it, and I do it again, and then I got the photo and video part. That's a little secret. Now wedding couples that looking at this video are like, aha, that's how he does it. Well, that's the secret. Sometimes you have to take control where you can on wedding days. And I take a lot of control on wedding days without the couples knowing I took control. That's the way I do it. How to hybrid shoot everyone dancing at the wedding as a solo photographer. This should be easy because you shot the whole wedding day. People know who you are and nothing stands between you and the people to having fun. And I think that's the most important part. Just have fun. Dance with them. Don't care about the not so stable shots, because if it's not stable, it just looks more authentic. It looks more real, becoming like a POV kind of view. And I always put emotion before composition, because I think emotion is the most important part of a video and a photo. Don't focus too much on composition. The composition is already in your muscle memory and you know what composition is. Think more about the emotion, feel the emotion, shoot the emotion. People will love your work. The funny thing is that I receive a lot of DMs on Instagram about how I do it, how I make it work with the photography and the video. And a lot of people don't comment on my video but send me DMs. But please use the comments, because I get the same question a lot from different people. So if you ask your question below here, I can answer your question and we can help a lot of people by answering this question as a community. Because photography and videography is very community based. And if you ask your question in the comments below, I can answer them. I can answer them not only for you, for a lot of people. So please ask me in the comments and don't send me DMs. Because the next person who sends me a DM about it, I will send straight to this comment section and say, ask your question here. And also, if you do those kind of things and maybe give the video a like, it helps me a lot and helps. When you help me, it helps you become a better photographer and videographer. And there's also a special button somewhere around here, and if you press it, you can see more of my work. And remember, take a lot of shots, but always stay focused.